So, respected ma'am and all my dear friends, I, Anshika Gangwar, the BTech final year student from MNIT Allahabad, welcomes you all to the fifth edition of Hack 36. So, NIT Allahabad is one of the most prestigious colleges in our country, and every year we try our best to push the boundaries further and thus encourage the students to stand out of the crowd with their talent. Today, we are connected here on the same platform to organize an insightful webinar on Cambria Innovation Systems. Cambria Innovation Systems is the first decentralized innovation platform for the deep tech AI, blockchain, VR, and augmented reality. Today, amongst us, we are joined with none other than the program coordinator, Ms. Harriet Trin from Kambria, who would share her thoughts, insights, and intuitions on their platform. Now, without a further ado, I would like to call upon Ms. Hatron to grace the occasion. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for having me right now in the Hack 36. So without further ado, I would like to give a presentations on what can developer do in an open innovations ecosystem like Cambria, and what program that Cambria can offer to you and would have nurture and build the developer community. So please help me to share my presentation. Yes. So if you may not be really familiar with the concept of open innovations, but when it comes to, for example, Linux or Android, I'm sure you can imagine like how the open innovations actually work. And right now, Cambria has inspired by the concept of these platforms, and we would like to bring to you the concept and also the program of what can developer do in Cambria Open Innovation Ecosystem. So next slide, please. So we face different kind of challenges in the real world. So this is what I pick up from this year hackathon. So imagine you are a developer who want to build technology solutions that have solved automation challenges, fintech or future tech or tech against crime or vocal for local. A really interesting topic for me. And my advice to you is that instead of starting from scratch from nothing, you can actually go to different kind of platform of open innovation ecosystem and develop from it. And you can start to look for the code base and just brainstorm with your team of how to actually develop develop on top of it, and to make it more complete as a technology solutions. So when it comes to a code base, so we may have some kind of questions about how to protect the IP of your code base, how to acquire and commercialize it in order to sustain your team, or in order to make it to realize the technology solution in the real world. So next slide, please. So how this is basically what we the very first idea of when the founding teams of Cambria is building this model. So we think that how we innovate is as important as what we innovate on it. So it is not just about the solution, in a specific field. It's also can apply to a wide range of different kind of field. So it's more like the know-how of how we research, how we do research, how we collaborate, and how we how we realize the technology solutions and we commercialize it in the real world. So next slide. So I would like to bring to you the Cambria Open Innovations Ecosystem. So Cambria Open Innovation Ecosystem consists of different components. And today I would like to give you some key components that I want to highlight in the ecosystem of how developer can actually interact with the platform and how developer can build their solutions, how developer can utilize this kind of system to build their solutions. So yeah, next slide. So I want to focus on the starter program. We call it the starter program because basically it's somehow with the similar model of a hackathon, a competition model, but we make it a starter program because we believe that by developing those POC or MVP, it is the very first step to complete your solution to actually create an open innovation ecosystem. So instead of a hackathon in a short period of time, we make it an end-to-end 6-month program that have gathered the best developer like you guys in our community. And we also we pick up some of the most pressing issue from real-world problem. For example, we just have solved COVID-19. We make like applications that connect different kind of, for example, doctor to the patients, or normal people to to the supermarket or hospital like management system. So we pick up some of the most pressing issue currently in the world, and we call for developer to help solve that problem. So if we see there's some potential in the developer team, we can have them into startup and generate the best outcome toward challenges. And also we have them to connect with different kind of incubator, accelerator, or any funding or investment program. So next slide, please. So in order to do that, in order to help all developer community to sustain their project, we also create project portfolio that help list all the deep tech projects out so that developer can look for more funding or commercialization opportunity by our program. So we have, next slide, please. So we also have the NFT IP program, like I mentioned, that help inspire the developer to strive for excellency, and we help them to earn the worthy value for their work. So imagine that your IP, your technology solutions are listed in our platform. It will allow your IP to be treated as business assets, so that it will be easier to license or sell and commercialize it. And it also makes use of the collaboration process. So for example, we can, if a developer teams, they find out about your code base in our platform, and they would actually have an idea to develop on top of that, and they actually can maximize that reusability and collaborations during the development process. So next slide. So in order to that, we are not working alone. We have a broad network of global organizations, global community. We have like developer community, or the expert network, or our innovation sponsor, some of the name you can see on the screen. And also we partner with the government or incubator or accelerator and different kind of R&D lab or university. So yeah, one of the collaborations we have with Hack 36 right now is that we want to spread the word of the open innovation system of Cambria to the Indian developer community so that you guys know that about us more, and you can actually sign up for it to have support in terms of research or in terms of mentoring network or different kind of program that have connect you to the funding or commercializations opportunity. So next slide. And I want to highlight some of the achievement that we've been doing in Vietnam, where we have the strongest presence here. So we have a large and proactive, dynamic developer community with around 5,000 senior developer, and we have many years of experience in organizing or kind of create different activity for developer. For example, we have the Grand Challenge of AI, and we also have the Code Challenge that create like somehow like technical quiz for developers so that you can join and qualify your skill set in this code challenge. And when it comes to DTech, learning is key. So developer can actually keep learning in our platform through knowledge-based program or mentoring program. So we also create that for developer to have you gain knowledge and to have you interact with our mentor network. And we also connect the local community with expert worldwide. So we bring the expert over the globe into this kind of, for example, like in a form of a webinar or in the form of a conference, a meetup, so that developer in our community can actually gain more knowledge and interact with the mentor. Yeah. So here's the video that I would like to show it to you guys, so you will understand more about Kambria and concept. So, thank you so much for letting me share more about Cambria and the concept of open innovations to you guys. And I hope that after the presentations, you guys can have more inspirations in order to develop or to work on your technology solutions in these competitions better, and to even develop further after the competition. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, ma'am. This was really insightful. And I would just take a minute. If anyone among the participants want to just share any question or have any doubts in their mind, they can make the full use of the comment section and post it over there. I don't think people have much questions over here. I guess they are much busy in developing. So thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming with us.
Thank you, and yeah, I will wish all the best for the competitions, and hope you guys will have a successful and fruitful outcome of more technology solutions. So thank you.